Hi class. So here is my debate video. First, my thoughts on whether or not social media should be banned in schools is that it certainly should. But the con side of the debate had already been spoken for, and since I was still very interested in the topic, decided to argue the other side. So I read through some of the Blackboard postings and generally agreed with them, but in submitting my own posting, was forced to do further contemplating on the topic as well as some research. In doing so, I've changed my mind and am now of the mind that social media should be allowed in schools. Here are my reasons. First, accessibility. Many lower income students do not have high-speed internet access at home or the equipment to even put the internet to use. This means that when they leave school, the learning stops as well as the interaction and participation. If at school they do not have access to social media, how will they learn to really become involved? And yes, we were all involved in our communities before social media, but the advent of it has added a whole other dynamic that students need to learn how to participate in. Let's face it, social media is here to stay. It isn't going anywhere, but not providing access to everyone limits the amount of participation some students will have access to. It will also limit their ability to learn how to create and upload things like YouTube videos and other random postings, participate in social media groups, and apply learning to life in general. Not being able to access social media in school will cut many students out of the conversation completely and even contribute to many falling behind and shying away from technology that is becoming ever important in our daily lives. Second, social media can be used as a learning tool in the classroom. With Facebook, classes can create groups for learning purposes. Having a common place to post updates, share ideas, and even upload assignments and discussions can be a valuable learning tool. Instead of a teacher assigning a class to look up an article or watch a video, the instructor can simply post the assignment where everyone will have access. Social media can also be used for tutoring, class participation, and engagement. Third, Facebook check-ins. Having the ability to digitally check in at school or at an actual class can be beneficial to the promotion of attendance. Students can check into class, check into school events like assemblies, the library, and even sporting events. Having this ability not only promotes accountability, but can also be used to track the whereabouts of students. Parents and teachers can have access to these check-in features and be able to locate students in cases of emergencies and a host of other reasons. Fourth, getting them ready for the real world. Let's face it, social media has grown, continues to grow, and is now incorporated in our work, personal, and educational lives. Companies use social media to boost their bottom lines, people use social media to boost their professional and personal lives, and it is used in higher education as a social and learning tool at many colleges and universities, to include Gonzaga. For instance, LinkedIn has over 200 million users, and 90% of employers say that they plan on using social media to recruit their workforce. So it might be beneficial to our youth to have social media available in schools. Now, one of the main arguments for banning social media in schools is to not further promote cyberbullying. But if you think about it, bullying itself is not a modern phenomenon. Bullying in schools, the workplace, and other environments has been around for ages. It has only begun to evolve over the past few years to envelop cyberbullying. Cyberbullying, however, is preventable and controllable. Why? Because it is documented online and there are numerous tools out there for bullied students to utilize as victims. With old-fashioned bullying, most incidents that occur are either verbal or physical, but not documented or recorded in any way, making it very difficult for the perpetrators to be held accountable and making it extremely difficult for victims to get help. Now, I have an answer to this. First, if parents and teachers are active on these social media sites, monitoring the students and their activities along with the students and everything is recorded, this doesn't leave much room for the bullies. Or social media sites could employ community watch people to help monitor inappropriate activity. Or they could create bots to do the job. All I'm saying is that there is a way to monitor activity, and cyberbullying should not stand in the way of social media being allowed in schools. Thanks for letting me share. I look forward to your comments.